Okay, good morning. Welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun with Benzion. Today's daf is Nedarim daf Samaches, number 68. The Gemara has, usually the Gemara doesn't have such lumdis shilas, fundamental questions. But if you're wondering where Rav Chaim Brisker got his famous investigations from, is it the Chefsa? Is it the Gavra? He got it from questions like this. I mean, the Chefsa and Gavra question really is Daf Beis in the Durham on our Masechta. But this is a question that sounds like a Rav Chaim question. We know from the Mishnah at the beginning of the parak that when a woman is engaged, the father and the arus, right, the fiance, I don't know how you say it in English, but the man who's engaged, they have to together be made for an neder, and both of them together, they both have to be made for half of the neder, or be made for together. If one of them is not made for, the neder is not annulled. So the Gemara asks when they're doing this, right? How does it work? Is it Mega's guy? Is the Gemara asks in the middle of Samachat and Aleph? Baal Mega's guy is a Miklish Kolish. Is he cutting away half the nether? He has propriety over half of the nether. Is he cutting away half the nether? Or, right, which basically means the shutvus, right, the partnership that he has with the father is basically they own each 50%. So he cuts away 50%, and the father cuts 50%. Or is the pshat that they really own, the partnership is like owning 100% together. There's no, it's basically like breira in breira. Breira means each 50%. In breira means you can't divide it. They own it together. So therefore, when one of them is made for the neder, he weakens the neder. It's like a chati shir of hafara, right? Hafara needs both of them. One person was made for it. A chati shir of hafara, a half blockage of the whole neder. A half blockage of the whole neder. What's the nafkamina, like Mara says? Kagon, the nadra mitrain zaysin. She had two olives in front of her. The shama, and she said, I'm not going to get hanaf from zaysin. No, I love olives. I'm not going to eat these olives. Two olives. V'shama aras v'heverla. The Arus heard about this neder, and he was made for Achal Tanun, and she ate both olives. Yeah, I mean, Mega's guy is Lakia, right? If you hold Mega's guy is he wiped away half the neder, so he wiped away one olive, but the other olive has a neder on it. She gets Malkus, the shir of Achila or neder is one Kazayas, right? So she gets Malkus. Yeah, I mean, Miklash Kalish is Sur Ba'amahu. If he's Miklash Kolish, I explained that's basically a chati shir of hafara, a half hafara. And therefore, on a chati shir, we know it's Machlok Shri Yochanan Reish Lakish Masekas Yuma, and the fine Gimel, and Dalit. According to Yochanan, we passing like chati shir in the Torah, we don't get Malkus over there because it's chati shir. The shir is necessary for Malkus, to get Malkus. And here, they're both own 100% of the net there. So it's really, when he's Mayfair, his part, it's just, right, the two olives are still Osir. Both olives are still Osir. It's just a weakened Isser on the Zaysim, right? Both Gezaysim are Osir. But it's just a Chatzi Shir of the Hafara, and therefore it's only Osir, it's a weakened Isser. Right? Half annulled, half not annulled. Now, the question here is, right, even if you hold Mega's guys, which we don't hold. The Gemara, Maskana, the Gemara, we hold like Beis Hillel, presumably. Beis Hillel has Miklish, Kolish, the Gemara proves on Samotedam and Aleph. Gemara answers the question. But, because we're going to pass like Beis Shammai when Mashiach comes. That's what it says in a Medrash. So, and Beis Shammai holds Mega's guys. So in this case, you get Malchus, even if the ball was made for half. Because you have one Kazayas that's still Asr. Kazayas is a good shear for Achila. The problem is that her neder, ostensibly over here, wasn't a neder, I'm not going to eat. She didn't say I'm not going to eat. If she said what I'm not going to eat. So if she eats a gazayas, that's the shear. But if she said I'm not going to eat two zaysim, so what was her neder? The words are a neder to two zaysim. If she eats one gazayas, that's half. That's also a chatzis shear. That's half of her neder. Who cares that it's the shear of achila? Gazayas is normally the shear of achila to violate eating, basar b'chalav or eating nevela or something like that. That's a gazayas is the normal achila to be chayav malchus or to be chayav for eating nevela. That's a shear of achila. But here we're talking about the neder. The neder is a chatzi neder. It's half of the neder. The neder was two kazesim. Well, even if you'll make us guys, it's only chatzi shear. How could you get malchus over here? So the answer is that we're going to rely on the first chakir we talked about, Chefsa and Gavra. We talked at the beginning of Masechta. The difference between a neder and a shvua is that a shvua is between you, is an oath between you and the object, right? It's basically saying, I'm not going to eat two kazesim. Like a shvua, I'm not going to eat two olives. So that's beino is the beina gavra to the chefsa, meaning the isser is on me. I'm not going to eat two kazesim. So I eat one kazayas, that's half of my shvua, right? By a shvua. Slicha, אפשר להיות קצת שקט, תודה. So if you eat one kazayas, right? So that's half of my shvua because it's an isra on the gavra. When it is on the gavra, right? It's a chatzi shir. However, when you make a neder, the neder is on the chefsa. So when I make a neder, then I'm not going to eat two kazesim, right? The whole idea about isra on the chefsa is that it detaches from the gavra, right? The gavra means personally, right? And the gavra, isra gavra is on myself. I can't go eat this kazesim. When I make a neder on two kazesim in front of me, a neder, so I have removed my relationship to these kazesim, these olives. I have placed an isser, and ostensibly there could be me'ila b'konamos. I have made this like nevela. That's what isser chefsa is. Nevela presumably is an isser chefsa. It's isser on the object. Could be. There's different rishonim that say the only type of isser chefsa is by nedarim, but I believe that there's other types of isser chefsa. Pork is an isser chefsa. Chazir, nevela is an isser chefsa. There's an isser on the chefsa, and certainly by the fact is me'ila b'konamos, right? That it's treated like hektish. Hektish is an isser on the chefsa. So if it's on the chefsa, it means it's detached from me. So you don't look at the two gezesim now as connected to me, right? If it's connected to me, so then we go based on my words. My words were two gezesim. So then one kazayis is chatzi of my words. But if my words is not the isser, my words created an isser. Now the isser is removed from my words. It's not connected to what my statement anymore. I have made an isser on two kazayisim. So then it's like nevel, two kazayisim and nevelo. One kazayis and nevelo is null. There's no nether on that. It's blocked. But the other kazayis, because the father wasn't made for his chelek, so therefore the other kazayis, the other isser chefsa, still remains in place, like a kazayis of nevela. And I think that's the explanation. You have to be machalik in isra chefsa and gavra, and therefore it makes sense that even if you hold megas gayas, there still remains an isser of a kazayas on the other one to the point you get malchus on it, just like you get malchus if you eat hektish or chazir or nevela. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.